The second thing I love about, Italy and being in Italy is about the food. If I don't share this, I myself, I'm going to be very surprised at myself. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. So if you are new here, hi, hello, my name is Anne, and on here I do create content around life and study in Italy, and I'm also a faith-based content creator. So if this looks to be content you're interested in, do consider subscribing to the channel, and thank you for doing that. So this month of August is my fourth year in Italy, and there are a couple of things that I really love about moving here. There are so many things that I really do love, and it's been 4 years. So in this video I'm going to share with you the four things that I love, like, about Italy, the four things that I really appreciate in this country. And, like, yeah, let's get right into the video. So the first thing that I love about Italy, like this country, is how warm people are, how kind they are, how receptive and friendly people are. Because these are not things that you generally, that's how it's supposed to be all around the world. But then the truth is, that's not what it is. And I'm grateful for the fact that this is a country where people are warm. Yeah, obviously you're going to meet people that are cold and all of that, but then, like, on a general note, that you're going to meet majority of people that are very kind, that are receptive, that are warm, friendly, and they are always willing to help. There have been so many instances where you've traveled to, like, different places, and we didn't know, like, we didn't have any idea about where to go. We got lost or something, and then you always find people, like, they are willing. The moment they see you that you look lost, they are just ready to come to you and offer you assistance on where you need to go to. In instances where you kind of like meet people and then you don't necessarily speak Italian, the moment they kind of like realize, the moment they realize that you don't speak Italian, they're going to be like, yeah, they're going to try and speak to you with the little English that they know. And I feel like that is something I really appreciate, because sometimes when you're around it, you do not appreciate it a lot, because especially as people of color, we do not experience naturally people being warm towards us. We do not experience naturally people being kind and friendly towards us. We've always had situations where people look at us from, like, from suspective eyes. And I feel like the fact that Italy is such a warm place that kind of like embraces people of all kinds. Looking at the fact that I've been here for 4 years, and it's been it's not been smooth throughout, but then it's been an amazing experience. And I believe that, like, this is something, if you are intending to move to somewhere, you want to come and study, or you want to move to a country that is, like, very warm, the people are very warm, and very nice and friendly, I think you should actually consider Italy. It's one of the best countries in the world in terms of, like, friendliness of the people and how warm they are. So that is the first thing I wanted to share with you guys. The second thing I want to share with you guys is the second thing I love about, Italy and being in Italy. It's about the food. If I don't share this, I myself, I'm going to be very surprised at myself. Guys, the food, like Italian cuisines, are one of the best in the world. I know when you move here initially, you're going to have a lot of issues. I personally, I do have, like, lactose intolerance. At the beginning, I did struggle with, adjusting my system to eating a couple of foods, because, like, a majority of food, you're going to find something around lactose in it. You kind of like get it. But then after a while, my system got used to it, and now I am, like, enjoying, like, the food. The cuisines are so amazing here, so good, like, good food. And from the pastas to the pizzas, there are so many options. The food out here is really, really good. And if you're a food lover like me, you're going to really, like, appreciate the food out here. So that is the second thing that I really love about Italy, and I love about, like, being in Italy. The third thing I really love about Italy and being in Italy is about the weather. Okay, the winter, the winter out here is not so extreme, you know, and that is something that I'm really grateful for, especially coming from Ghana, where, it's mostly, I can consider our weather like just summer. It's from a warm country to this place. At the beginning, I really struggled with, adjusting myself to the weather and all of that. But then comparing, like, the UK weather and that of the Germany, that of Germany's weather to Italy, I feel like the Italian weather is fair. Okay, the Italian weather is fair because I remember going to Germany during summer and then in the evening, like it being very cold. I'm like, it's summer, guys. What's going on? Why is it so cold in the evening? Yeah, but then like I love the fact that the weather is very nice. The weather here is very nice. Okay, during winter, you put a couple of things on and then you can survive. Yeah, you put a couple of things on and then you can survive. And the summer too, like guys, it's very cool, very nice. Sometimes you're going to experience, it's going to be hot because the heat out here is not the same as that of Ghana. Here, the summer's like it's very humid as well. Okay, so it's not like what I'm used to in Ghana. But then on a like on a very fair level, the weather is very good. The summers are nice. The places are looking good, and you see people out and about and kind of like taking in the sun, which I feel like is very, very good. So that is one other thing I wanted to share. One other thing that I love about being in Italy. Then the last thing I want to talk about, and I'm going to share a bonus point as well. So forgive me, I said four, but then I'm going to share a bonus point on something that I also love as well. But then the last thing I'm going to talk about is that of safety. Okay, so I know that basically it depends on where you live, in or where you live at in Italy. Okay, but then I'm going to say generally where I am based in Italy, there's like the safety. You can leave your thing somewhere, you go and you come back and you come and see it. I've seen people that have, forgotten their car keys at places, their money and all that kind of stuff. You go and you come back and you come and find it. If not, somebody's going to pick it and go leave it at the post office. And then later you can, you get to know, okay, yeah, someone found this stuff of yours and it is here. And then with my experience in Ghana, where you can carry phone and it can just get lost like that. Your money, you leave your purse somewhere, and then that is it. Forget about it, and all of that. I feel like I'm really grateful for this because, like, there've been instances where you just forget and you leave your stuff somewhere, and then you're not so scared because you might come back and find it, or even if you come back and you don't find it there, you're going to later get a call that it was left somewhere for you at the police station, at the post office, and all of that, which I feel like is very good. I feel like it's very, very good, and it's something I'm really grateful for. I know it's not everyday thing, and it doesn't happen all the time, but the majority of the times, it's very safe. Your things and you yourself, as a lady, like sometimes I go to places and I'm not scared. Sometimes when I kind of like come back late to the house or I'm working in places late at night, I'm not scared that someone will hurt me. I'm not scared of my safety. Yeah, though I'm supposed to take my safety seriously, but I'm talking about how safe it is out here, especially where I am based. Okay, in the Emilia Romagna region, I feel like the environment is safe. And then if you find yourself like there are a couple of times late at night during different seasons, you're going to see the police patrolling several areas. You're going to see various people like the authorities. You can see them if they say that this area is not that much like it's not that much safe. You're going to see them around the area trying to find out, oh, like, yeah, are you okay? Like, if they see you walking and they don't know what exactly going on with you, they want to find out, are you okay? There was an instance where, I don't know, I was walking and then there was a guy who was kind of like trying to, I don't know what exactly, but then he was trying to harass me and this person was being invasive, like, yeah. And I remember, the police was passing around and then they passed, and then they were like, they saw that I was acting very uncomfortable towards the person, and then they just came back. They all got down and came around, and they were like, "Yo, ma'am, is everything all right? Are you safe? What's going on? Do you know him?" And I was like, "No, I don't know this guy." You understand? And that is something I'm really, really grateful for. That, if there are any uncomfortable circumstance, there's going to be someone that can help you. And that is something I'm also grateful for. So, yeah, on safety, I'm grateful that the place that I am at is safe. And I know in places like Rome and all of the other stuff, especially if you're a tourist, like you need to keep your bag, your purses, and all of that safe. But then, for me, in the Emilia Romagna region, I find like it's one of the safest regions in Italy, and that is something that I'm really grateful for. And then the bonus thing that I love about being in Italy, since it's not part of the four things, um, since it's not part of the four things I wanted to share on, is that of how people respect their time. I'm from Ghana, where if there's an event that's supposed to happen around 6, you now be getting ready around 7, and then you're going to get there probably around 8 if they are fortunate enough. But then coming out here and reflecting like 4 years on, I feel like I'm really grateful because managing my time, like I've really grown a lot as a person with managing my time, respecting people's time, because out here people value their time. People are very time conscious, and then if they say an event is happening around 9, it's happening around 9. If you have a date around 9, it's happening around 9. And I love the very fact that people respect their time. And then if they tell you this is the time and you don't come on time, probably you might not possibly come and meet that which they spoke about. So that is something I'm also really, really grateful for. It has helped me to really work around, because at the beginning it was really, really very difficult. You see, I have probably an event to attend probably around 10, and it's now you see me waking up around 9:30. Meanwhile, I know possibly that it will take probably an hour for me to totally get ready and be on my way to the event. But then after a couple of instances where I go and then they're already done with the event, I came to realize that, oh yeah, this things out here is kind of like very different from the things how we used to do it in Ghana, and that is something that I've had to learn. And probably that thing is not this time consciousness is not only out here in Italy, but then in the entire Europe. Okay, and I feel like that is that is something good to learn as a person, because like being on time, it kind of like shows that you respect people's time as well. And it's not cool for you to show up at events that people have said is going to be at 9, though it looks kind of like cool in Ghana for you to show up late. Here, it's not cool to show up late to events. It's not cool for you to show up late at, dates. It's not cool to kind of like show up late at anything at all, appointments and all of that. You go late and then probably you might have to come the next time for the appointment. So that is something that I really learned. That is something that I really love about, being in Italy, 4 years now. Okay. And I believe these are things that when you move in here as a student, as a worker trying to move into Italy, I believe these are things that you're also going to appreciate as well. These are things that you're also going to love as well. So tell me, if you're intending to move to Italy, what are some of these things that you relate with? If you're in Italy, what are these things like? What are some of the things that you've learned? What are some of the things that you really love about the country? And then you really love about being here. So these are the four things, and also with the plus the bonus that I wanted to share with you guys about what I love about Italy and what I love about being here. This is a very nice, cool, good country, and yeah, you should all consider moving here. So that is it. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.